It's a beautiful day.
Well, to God be the glory for the things that he has done. I'm so elated that you are joining me on today. There's no way that I can make it without Christ. And if you're watching me right now, why don't you just put your hands up and just simply say these words with me. Lord, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for giving the activities of my limbs. Thank you, Lord God, for just being my God, my Jehovah Jireh, my way maker, my provider, my deliverer. But thank you just for being God. My guest on today knows all about the Jehovah Jireh that I'm calling on today. She's an author. She's a guiding force for a phenomenal charm school that she has in Tupelo, Mississippi. But none other than that, she's my sister. She's my friend. And I would honestly say my woman-to-woman book, you'll see a little note in there that says my fashionista. That would be Demetra. So that's a little nugget for y'all to go buy the book in Jesus' name. But if you will, join me and welcome her back to my television show on this phenomenal day. Welcome back, my sister.
Thank you for having me.
Notice I said woman to woman because a lot of people don't know that the book that they're getting now was birthed out, 10 years ago when we all lived in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
And it was for women. You, of course, Doella, Marquita, and then there was Nikki. And so it's just amazing how God will bring everyone back full circle. You grow, you develop, you forgive, you repent, you love, and then God just shows up.
He does.
But I want to say this, I am so extremely proud of you just for what you are doing, how God is shifting you and how you are maneuvering it, overcoming it, and just doing what God has called you to do. Sometimes it feels like, am I doing enough? You're right where you're supposed to be.
Thank you.
So don't move, don't shift until God tells you to.
Okay.
All right, but today is all about you.
Okay, yay.
Yes, I celebrate you. And I said that because every once in a while we celebrate a woman-to-woman diva, a woman who is determined, intelligent, victorious, anointed, and winning. And so we celebrate you today, Demetra Shear. So for those of you who are watching me right now, I want you just to celebrate her with me in Jesus' name. So let's jump into it.
Okay.
The last time you were here, we talked about pain to purpose.
Right.
And since then, God has just elevated you even more, giving you a birthing for young girls to mentor them. So let's talk about how did that all derive and when did you get that aha moment?
So I've always been involved with youth, and I love young women because they keep me on my toes.
Yeah.
But the Love Her Charm School came about when I closed the restaurant, and I was questioning God.
And that was Ethel May.
Yes.
And members of your mom.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was questioning God because it was like, why would you allow me to open up something so amazing and so beautiful only to close my doors?
Yeah.
And so it was hard for me. And me and God had we had a little tussle there a little bit. I don't know.
Don't we all?
Yes.
We don't understand what's going on.
We did. And then so in that I was like, okay, God, what's next for me?
Yeah.
What would you have me to do? And I had been working with my sorority with a cotillion, and he was like, and then from that I had kind of set aside because I had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, start your own. And I was like, but God,
how am I going to do that?
right.
But God, those are two words. He will provide.
Yes. And so he gave me Love Her Life Charm School. And it was birthed because even in my life, I had aunts, I had friends of the family that always was an encouragement, mentor me. I always had women that I could go to.
Yes.
And I wanted to do that and be that for the young women in my community.
Yeah.
They are up against so much.
And they suffer silently.
They do, because it's like, you don't know what I'm going through. But what I tell them, Tammie, is that the game is still the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that's changed is the players.
That's it.
And so we have to get to a place as women where we're transparent and we tell the stories.
That's it right there. Be honest, and it starts with being a mother. Tell your daughter. If you were in the club, you smoke weed, if you drink, if you party, let her know that. Stop pretending like you are perfect, because you're not. We've made mistakes.
They need to know.
Yeah.
And know that, hey, even because I did it, that don't mean I'm giving you the rights to do it. That means I'm telling you what I've done in order to prevent you from taking the same steps or from making the same mistakes that I've made. Is it all that it's going to take? Absolutely not. But I'm giving you the tools. And what I've learned even with my girls is when I'm open, when I'm transparent, I tend to have a relationship with them that now they're my little broke best friends. But they come to me about a lot of different things, and I don't have to wonder what they're going through because they tell me.
Absolutely. And it's two ways that you learn: wisdom and experience. And with your Love Charm School is like, I'm giving you the wisdom, so don't make those mistakes.
Right.
But just in case that you do, I'm here with open arms.
Right.
You can still come to me.
Absolutely.
That's just amazing, because in the society that we live in, even being a teacher, I see so many young girls who are following the footsteps of reality TV. Do you see that? And it's
Absolutely.
like, sweetheart, you need an education. You need something under your belt, in your tool belt, so that you can be successful. Your body, it changes the older you become. So what are they sharing with you, some of their challenges and some of their struggles from day to day?
The same thing. They're up against social media. And what I tell them is that social media is smoke and mirrors. I can get up all day, make my face up, put on my best threads, make my hair look good, but yet and still I'm broken on the inside. I could borrow a whole stack of money from somebody and make it appear. But still I'm broken on the inside. So Love Her Life Charm School is all about building the young ladies from the inside out. So you don't have to feel like you want to have to dress up for others. You're doing it for yourself. And what I've learned is they are going through so much. Like, one of the workshops we had was on domestic violence. Who knew that one of my babies in charm school from the age of 14 to 17 experienced domestic violence? But that just goes to show you as well, I've created a safe space for her to be able to share her story as well.
Let's pause there, because I've seen this in the middle school and high school, and they believe that it's love. He hits me because he loves me. Oh, he was just mad because he had a bad game. No, you're not a punching bag. So to hear that, a lot of our parents are unaware. They don't know that that's what's going on, and they camouflage it with their makeup. So to have someone like you to be able to say, come here, baby, let me love on you. You do know that you're fearfully, wonderfully made. You do know that God loves you, and I love you, because that's all that I think our young girls need, is to know that they are loved. And to show them how to love themselves.
That's it.
Not just the glamour, but how to love themselves. So if I'm trying to enroll my daughter, what's the first step that I need to take?
I would tell you the first step is to go on the website. It tells you all about the Charm School, which is www.lovehercharmschool.com. And it tells you about it. You get to see photos and videos. In that there is an application that you can apply online. And so put your information in there. And then when it comes to me, I'm going to give you a call, because I want you to know what Charm School is all about.
Are there any specific qualifications, ages,
yes, ma'am.
GPA, or?
Not a GPA, but age group is 9th grade through 12th grade is where we are right now. And we are working on something for our 6th through 8th graders. They just don't need to be in a room together. But there's no requirements. And one of the reasons that I didn't do a whole lot of requirement is because I was once that girl that didn't or was not accepted by a lot of people. Once I was called fast. But I just like to have a good time. What you call fast is me liking to have a good time with my friends. And so then I was also a teenage mother. And so when you take all of those things, how could I turn somebody around when I was once her? I used to smoke, I used to drink, I used to cuss, I used to do all the things. And I didn't have the best GPA in school, but I still thought that I was a great person. So who am I to say that, girl, because you don't have a GPA and you got a baby and you doing this and no, this is exactly the people that needs to be in a charm school, so you can know that you can be refined, restored, and renewed. That don't make you, that don't break you, that just made you to who the woman you in today. So I don't have criteria that way. And that application process is for me to get to know you.
And I'm so grateful that you said that. I intentionally asked that. I'm happy that you were real and transparent, because those barriers have to be taken down. We're in a society where we have to be structured and identified by this specific. No, God loves you just the way that you are. And in those words that you spoke, I was that girl. They need to know that it's okay not to be okay. That it's okay to let your walls down, those barriers down. And even if you don't fit the mold, create your own.
That part.
I teach my students, I said, there are two types of people. People who write on the line and those who create the lines. Which will you be?
That's true.
You decide.
And sometimes you got to be both. Sometimes you write on the line and you create the line. That don't take away from your leadership capabilities or anything. That just means that you're in different seasons in your life.
But for you, it's like, what am I supposed to do? You created. You became a creator.
I did.
You understand? And the Lord began to show this to me. I was actually sleeping. I had to wake up because I was shaking. He said, broken women cause chaos. Healed women create. When you're healed, you can create for someone else to come in so that they can be healed. And that's what you're doing. You had to go through the loss of your mother, the loss of your aunt, the loss of your brother at the same time.
Yes.
You understand? People
Yes.
sometimes look at your smile and they look at, oh my God, Demetra, but they don't know the pain that you had to go through
Yes.
to get to where you are right now. You know, and even in the midst of that, when this happened, and I vividly remember this, you were pregnant.
Yes.
God had to grace you
Yeah.
through all of this. So the woman that you are right now, honey, God is smiling upon you. I'm telling you, Ethel right now is smiling
Well,
right
thank
now,
you.
saying, that's my baby.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
I just want you to understand, honey, you are that girl.
Thank you.
And you're walking victoriously. You're walking in spaces and places that some people said you don't deserve to be because, oh, she doesn't check that box. We need to get out of that.
Yes.
You know, delete the boxes and accept people for
who
who
they
they
are.
and love them
Yeah.
where they are. Take the
Yes.
expectations off. So I have to come visit, definitely. You know, love her charms too, because
Yes.
I can just see the babies and the love and the intensity. And I'm sure because we both cry all the time.
We do.
I'm sure there are moments where you have those moments where you're crying, they're crying, and that lets you know that they're loved.
Yes.
So again, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Job well done.
Thank you.
But you didn't start there. You also came out with a book, and I love this because when I saw it, I said, "Oh my God, what the hell?"
That's right. That part right there.
What the what? The world? I said, only, as we say, Meek could do
Yes,
that.
only
So-
Meek.
So just tell me, how did the title come? Mama, that's what I said. What the F? So she said,
Yes.
did she say that? Where did the title derive from?
Okay, so I was literally on the beach. This is like 7 years ago. And God dropped what the F in my spirit. And I was like, what the F? Like, what do you mean? And then he was like, not what you think. What the F talks about the F's that we deal with in life. Forgiveness,
Yes.
family, friends, faith, you know, being called fake, fashion, but not your what adorns you on the outside. What do you look like
Inside.
on the inside?
Yes.
We talk about fitness, but not necessarily being physically fit. We talk about spiritual, emotional, financially, being fit as a whole. So what the F talks about the F's that we
Yes.
deal with in life.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I was at an event and I was amongst the saints. And the pastor came up and said, "Are you sure you're supposed to be here with that?" And I was like, I didn't know what he was talking about, but he was talking about the title of the book. And this is what I told him. That's exactly why. Because we
hear.
judge the book by its cover.
Yes.
You don't know what's in the book. You just see what's on the outside.
preaching, yes.
And so you never once took the time to ask me what the F was about, to crack the book open, to get a glimpse, or to even read what it's about on the back
But
side.
you know, when you just expose something, when a person reads, it exposes what they internally
Exactly.
deal with. It's what the F, at first I was like, oh my God, it has to be something creative out of the box. And I didn't even read to know, but I
Yeah.
just started laughing and I said, only Meek can do that. You know? Not to say that no one else can, but
Right.
you're so creative, so crafty, so fashionable, and that it's like, it's going to cause you to enlarge, to expand, to grow. Someone that's in your presence has to. They're not going to shrink down. They have to elevate.
They do.
And that's the word, because iron sharpens iron. And that's
Yes.
the way we all should be. So again, when he approached you, he was just telling what instantly
He-
came
what-
to his, what's on your mind?
That's
what
right.
are you thinking,
and that's
sir?
what I asked him. Like, did you even read it? He was like, no. I said, well, then you need to probably open it up and see what it's about. Because
Yes.
that's the problem. We so quick to judge what we
Yeah.
see on the outside. But again, it goes back. We never get to know the person for who they are.
No.
Because this is just stuff. This is fluff on the outside.
Yeah.
But who I am is dwelling down on the inside of me.
Absolutely. And then we would say chapter 1 or chapter 2. Hers is F, basically 1.
Right.
And that would have been the first chapter that he would have read if he would have just glanced through the book, Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
And all of his answers would have been just, okay, yeah, she's right where she needs to be.
Right.
And just looking at the cover, I mean, you would just be like, I'm intrigued. I must read. The pink, the passion, and even the blue of having the peace and the tranquility
Yes.
of being able to find yourself. And forgiveness is something that, you know, if we're going to be honest and transparent, that we both had to walk in.
Yes.
You talk about perimenopause, I talk about menopause. We were told that it gives you hot flashes. Well, I just didn't experience hot flashes. I experienced mentally where I didn't want to be bothered with people. It's like I just shut I just shut people out, you know. And when you're going through, your hormones are everywhere.
They are.
And so God had to really convict me to say there are some people when you were going through your transition and your, you know, specialness, that I need you to call and apologize and ask for forgiveness. And of course, I'm real and transparent. You were one of those people that I had to call and say, hey, Meek, I love you. Will you please forgive me, because I was going through it. Nothing that you did, nothing that you said. It was just I didn't want to be bothered with people, because sometimes the enemy will get your mind.
Yes.
If I can be real, some of y'all that are watching me right now, you're going through the very same thing. God divinely connect you to people, but the enemy will come in and he will cause you to pull away from those people. And before you know it, you don't talk to them, you don't text them, you don't speak to them. But God had to convict me. If you're gonna be sold out for me, you got to do what I tell you to do.
That's
and
right.
instantly, when he tells me, I move. And so I was grateful that we were able to have what we call a grown woman conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
Not hearsay, but a grown woman conversation. And then we kind of laughed about it, because it's like, and what was it again?
Right.
You don't even remember. So I want to encourage those that are watching me right now, don't block your blessings.
That's right.
Take ownership and accountability. Be real, be transparent. And like I said, I just pulled away, and it was because of not only just hormones, but trying to maneuver and figure out life, because we all go through things. But sometimes you got to realize God put people in your life to help you go through that storm.
That's right.
And I was pulling out of the storm when I should have been going through it with some other people, but I had to battle it by myself. So again, I want to say thank you.
My pleasure. And I thank you for being
Thank you.
obedient.
Yes.
And because, Tammie, I love you. And I
Yes.
would say that over and over again, and you would always be my sister. No matter what time has passed, the distance
Right.
that have grown, girl, I'm always going to be a phone call. I believe that. I believe that.
And I think we as women have to have, and it's in a part of your book as well, conversations.
Yes.
Hard conversations, heart to heart. Be real, be transparent, and deal with what you are, having issues and concerns with, because that's a blessing blocker. Unforgiveness is a blessing blocker. You trying to figure out why God hasn't answered, why he's not moving, why I can't, go to an elevation, why he's not giving me this new job.
And all you got to do is say 2 words, I'm sorry.
And mean it from your heart.
Yes.
And don't text.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Y'all, come on now.
Yeah.
Stop.
That we hide behind the phone when we do that.
Yes. And these three, if I did anything, you know
you did. You know you did.
Jesus.
That's right.
Confess
That's right.
your sins. And for those that are watching right now, you don't need to know. You just need to know that we said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
I love you.
And that was it. I remember when Oprah and I think it was Iyanla Van Zandt.
Oh, yeah, they had a moment.
Yes. And when she apologized, it was like her ministry, Iyanla's ministry,
Grew.
went to a whole nother
It
level.
did. It did. It
And
did.
people, we often want to know the details, and God is saying, just be obedient. It's between you, me, and them.
Yep.
For somebody that's watching me, oh my God, when I turned to forgiveness and now I'm on freedom,
Yeah, we talk about that too.
somebody needs to be free.
Because because
Talk
once
about
you
it.
forgive, it opens you up to be free.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time, forgiveness is not about the other person. It's for you.
Yes.
And what is wrong with me saying, girl, I'm sorry. Whether you accept it or not, that's on you at that
I've
point.
done my part.
Yes.
Yes.
That's no longer a Demetra
Yes.
problem. That is then a Tammie problem, because I did what I was supposed to do. I said that
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. And now I'm like, now that I've done it, now I'm truly free to be who God has created me to be.
And to move into the spaces, places he anointed you to
Yes.
be. I heard someone say this, and I'm going to answer it for you. How do I know if I still have unresolved issues, or I'm still walking in unforgiveness, bitterness, and hatred? Picture this. You're in Target, Walmart, or even public. However, you see the person who offended you, or you may have an issue with. You get this warm feeling. It's almost like a little anger. Comes back to your mind what they did to you, and you get your cart and you try to avoid them.
Right.
You have unresolved issues. You have not forgiven them. How do I know, Miss Tammie, if I have forgiven them? When you see them, you don't even remember what they did.
And then you can say, hey, girl, Yes, absolutely.
Those are the difference. And I see that so many times with women. We have issues that we need to just lay at his feet so that we can be free, because the word says, who the Son sets free
is free indeed.
Is free indeed. And it's just amazing that we're talking about this, because I feel like there are some women who need to be
Free. They
Wow.
do. As women, sometimes we get so caught up in other people, other things, husband, children, friends, stuff, till we don't even know who we are, because we've been so entangled into other things and what she like and what she don't like and all of that. But once you truly free, you care nothing about what anybody else say. I mean, like, really, you don't. Now, if they say something that hurts your feelings, do you take offense? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you still get up and you keep moving. You don't stop, because you know who you are and whose you are.
Yeah. Back in the day, we would say this, just do you.
Yes.
Just do you, boo.
Do you.
You know, stop trying to be imitation or carbon copy of someone else. God has fashionably designed you to be who you are. You are unique. So stop trying to be someone else, because it's hard trying to carry somebody else's mantle.
It is.
It's hard trying to be someone else.
Shoot, it's hard carrying your own mantle. So imagine carrying the mantle of other people.
But that's what you see. They study them.
Yep.
And when you study someone, now you are mimicking, you becoming, as they say, an imitation, when God wants you to be a classic.
Yep.
You know that song? Classic man. I want you to be a classic. Come on. All right, what the F? Fashion. Tell us about fashion.
So fashion is what adorns you on the inside, your character, your love, who God has made you to be. Because when you truly embrace who you are internally, it exudes externally. Oh, I don't have to tell you that I'm a believer in God. I don't have to tell you what I got and what I don't have. I don't have to tell you that I'm confident. It shows up all by itself.
Yes.
It does, because I tell people confidence is so quiet. It's just me showing up. I don't have to open up my mouth. I don't have to say a word. All I got to do is walk in the room. And that's where you want to be. And when I walk in the room, I'm not walking in the room from nobody other than Demetra.
Let's talk about that, because mentoring women, and someone sent this to me, I probably think it was last week, and I had to really have a heart-to-heart with her. She said, Miss Tammie, when I walk in the room, most of the time it's very quiet and no one speaks. And you know what I said? Baby, you're right where you're supposed to be.
That's it.
I said, don't you dim your light. Don't you shut down. I said, that's when you turn up. I said, you walk in the room and take ownership of the room and say, hey, good morning, how are you guys? Greet everyone in the room.
I do.
I say, because 9 times out of 10, they're insecure or they're trying to find themselves. And then sometimes they may be broken, have concerns and issues. So you have to be the light. You have to be the one that loves. And you have to be what we say, the F.
That's
Go
right.
in full of freedom.
Yes.
Forgiveness, be fashionable, and all of that, so that God can love on them. So what would you say to someone who gets that feeling like every time they're not talking about you, they just trying to figure you out, but you can't figure out the anointing?
I think you said it best, because really and truly, you don't, first of all, you don't owe them no explanation.
No.
As to why you put on what you put on, made up your face the way that you did. You owe nobody anything. And so what I would tell her is to keep walking and do exactly what you do. That's what I do when I walk in the room. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? Because I'm gonna be mean. And if that bothers somebody, then they need to deal with them.
That's it.
Again, it becomes a problem. I can't help you if you don't open up your mouth and ask you. So if I'm overly confident, which most times I am, then ask me, how can you get there?
Connect with me. It's like this. Join powers. It's like
that's right.
Powers. Activate.
Yes.
Wow.
Because anybody that's with me, there's no way. Like my friends would tell you, I'm like, girl, you can't wear that today. We not doing that today. I even tell my husband, my girls, like I be like, where y'all going today? Because that's not matching my fly. So what I mean is, I'm not telling you got to keep up, but the rooms that I walk in, the impact that I make. You gotta be there. You gotta be ready, because I don't want you to tag along just to tag along. I can't carry dead weight.
And I think that's the thing. Oftentimes, Meek, I went from Demetra to Meek, but those that are watching, you understand, we try to carry people that can't journey with us. Everyone cannot be in your front row. So you have to know who your confidants are.
Right.
You have to know who your iron that's connected to you to sharpen you. because you said something, that dead weight will drain you.
It will.
And I think over the years, we have tried as women to bring people to a place where they don't have a desire to even travel a journey to. And so you're just like, don't you see it? No, they don't have the ambition. They don't have the vision. And then when we don't, God will remove those people from our lives. Have you experienced that?
Absolutely. And what I've learned in that is not to say that I don't love you.
Yeah.
It's not to say that I don't wish you well. It's just say that this is just not your time. This is, you can't ride this train with me right now.
Yes.
And when the time comes, God will circle me back around and pull you along. And I've done that too.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it initially, but I absolutely get it now that on this journey that I'm on right now, I probably got like maybe 1 or 2 people. And to be honest, my husband can't even travel on this journey with me, although we're together and he supports me, but he can't go everywhere I go.
Yeah.
He can't go in every room that I go into. Not to say that I don't want him there, but it's just not his time to be there. And so he's also got to grow and develop along with the other people. You got to grow and develop, because when you walk in certain rooms, people can sift you out.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to be able to tell if you're ready or you're not. And I need you to be ready at all times.
It's amazing that you say that in regards to your husband, because there was a season when I was single, I had to walk in the room by myself, you know, but now that I'm married, it's like we're a power couple.
Yes.
When we show up, God shows out.
Yes.
You don't have to say anything. It's just your presence, you know. So it's amazing the seasons of life, how we journey. But when he's ready, he'll place the right people at the right time with the resources to get you to where you need to be.
Absolutely.
You just have to stay on the journey that he has planned, because we'll have our way of doing things, and then God, and our way gets us in trouble.
All the
already
time.
know that. Like literally, we already know that. Oh, you have 2 girls, beautiful
I
girls.
do.
You talked about your husband, 2 beautiful girls.
I do.
What words of wisdom would you give to someone? I know you mentor your charm babies, but what words of wisdom would you give to mothers right now? Because you, like I said, there's a Lajan of Naya, and both are adults and grown.
They are.
What words of wisdom would you give?
Oh, wow. I would encourage moms, again, to go back to what I said, even with the charm school babies, to tell the story, to have the conversation. And I do meet with my moms of the charm school babies too. And what I try to encourage them to do is to date their babies. And what I mean by dating them is take them out like you would if you were going out with a man or a significant other.
Yeah.
Take them out, put the phones down, ask the questions, get to know them so they can get to know you.
Right.
So even though my girls are grown, I still date them.
Yeah.
I still want them to sit in my lap. I still want to love and give them all the attention and hold their hands and all those things. I'm doing that.
What has been that moment where you have, I call it that aha moment, where your speech is like, okay, she's really grown up now?
When she come back and say, Mama, you remember you showed me this? Oh, they say, and now I'm doing it. Oh, it's like, oh, so you did hear me. You did listen.
You were listening.
You did. But again, it's just like we were when we were young.
Yeah.
We didn't understand everything that our parents said, but as we got older, it started to connect. It started to resonate. And so when now it's like the aha moment.
I love you guys so very much. Just remember that God has already shown up, shown out. Just keep trusting him and move by faith. And always remember, there's nothing too hard for God. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time on Tammie Nichols TV. Until then, be blessed.
Yeah.